Hello there, Gemini. Johnny Alchemy here. Thank you again for joining me on my channel. We're going to be doing your mid-January tarot card reading for January 2024. And look, you pop up first card. Okay, Gemini. Got the lovers right there. Okay. Let's just as a reminder, this is going to be a general tarot card reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All of this is here to empower you to make the decisions necessary so that you can live the life that you want or create the life that you want. So as I said before, Gemini, you're the first one to pop up, the Lovers card. Love to see that. Whenever someone's major arcana card pops up for their zodiac sign, it really is just saying that you are feeling, for some of you, could be feeling really in your element, you know? You could literally just be feeling like, very in tune with yourself, that you're getting in touch with yourself. It's funny here because other than that, you see this angel right above there as well. You also have the, the Temperance card, another major arcana, and those two angels are very much the same. And just as there is a man and a woman, a pair right here, there's also two cups right here that's being mixed by this angel. So very much so, you could feel a certain oneness with yourself, from two different, I can almost see it or feel it as your divine masculine, your divine feminine are both being mixed together into one single holy divine being, for some of you, if that resonates. But basically it's saying, really with those two arcanas, literally the first and second card, and having the visual synchronicity right there, for some of you it really is talking about feeling one, feeling whole, feeling like yourself, feeling powerful, all of those things, and embodying traits that are most beneficial to you and for you for whatever you're going through right now. We also got the Ace of Pentacles here in reversed. I don't see that as anything negative at all. Honestly, I see it as the universe, this is all talking about the past, but even just with those two major arcana, I think it's more just talking about the present in general. But this could be something from the past in terms of Ace of Pentacles. It's saying an opportunity was being given to you and you just say no. I really feel that for some of you, whether that be in love or something else, because here with the lovers, yes, even though it does represent you, there could have been love out there. But I think for some of you in the past, if you chose not to accept it, and you chose not to take that opportunity, you chose yourself, seeing the Lovers card, seeing the Temperance card, and just taking it as the Lovers card representing you and not an external love at all. There's something here that's telling me, this opportunity wasn't going to provide you anything that you really couldn't have provided for yourself already, if that makes sense. So now as we move on to the present, right here, let's talk about a few things. Okay, right underneath that Lovers card where you are, we got the Seven of Wands right here. So Seven of Wands really is saying, if there was any type of challenge, any conflict that you may have come across, whether it be for yourself or with love in general, just talking about the general Lovers card, that you chose a different route. For some of you, maybe when you saw love or felt love in a certain sense, that maybe it just wasn't something that you were ready to connect with at that moment with that person. For some of you, you really wanted to connect with yourself first and put yourself as a priority over anyone else right now, So here it's for some of you, maybe you just saw love as something where it's there's just too many complications right now for that in my life, and I just don't want to take on that type of responsibility right now. I'd rather take the road less traveled. I'd rather choose myself, for some of you. I see that even more so with the Knight of Cups here in the reversed. This comes right underneath that Ace of Pentacles. As I said before, if there was love offered to you in the past, you chose you. You're saying, someone's giving you this Pentacles, and they're saying, here, take this. And you're like, I'm good. I don't need it, So the Knight of Cups right here is saying, you are learning how to give that love to yourself, Also, it says for some of you, it's you really came to terms and really took off those rose-colored glasses where you stopped living in a place of fantasy You stop living in a place of, of potential. You know how people fall in love with potential. You know how someone could potentially be, instead of seeing who they are now, what their actions are showing, So here there really is something saying with this Knight of Cups in reverse, you're learning how to give that love to yourself. You're learning how to see people and situations as they are, as they present themselves. What their actions show you is the reality. And that's something that you've learned to accept about love in general, about yourself, about any situation out there that tries to present you a new opportunity, a new cup of emotional fulfillment, whatever it is. I see that even more so because we got the 10 of Swords here right in the center of all of this. Right in the center of your reading, we got the 10 of Swords. It's saying that you're letting an old version of yourself go, So really, I mean, if some of you who, let's say in the past, would have been offered, a situation or an offering by someone to have an emotional experience, or to have a relationship, or to have an opportunity that could be emotionally fulfilling, and you're saying, I don't want that. And as I said before, you're choosing yourself over anything external. That's you becoming a new person, and you're letting the old person who may have wanted to rely on someone else to give them that emotional fulfillment, give them that validation or happiness, and now you're finding it within yourself. That's the new person that is coming out from all of this. So here it's really letting that old person die. And it's funny because it's such a dark card, but there are all these beautiful cards around here. And the 10 of Swords, it's dark, but it's also saying, with that old version dying, that soul is being lifted up from that body into something more spiritual, a higher knowing, a higher purpose, higher vibration, also new intuitions. You're being reborn into something new. And it's funny, that comes right underneath that Temperance card. So like an angel, I have a feeling here, I just want to show you. You die off, you become something new, someone more balanced, someone who doesn't go with extremes, someone who knows how to take the past and the present and to make something new. You take lessons from the past and you turn it into lessons that you can take with you to the future. So let's talk about the future. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about things to think about, etc. So another major arcana, we've got the World here reversed. So it's funny to see this. This is right underneath that 10 of Swords. It's really saying, for some of you, maybe this is a whole new journey that's been waiting to come to fruition for some of you. Choosing yourself and putting yourself as a priority. It's funny because like with the World card in reverse does not mean bad for this, but it's saying like, this cycle, as I said with that 10, that cycle is ending. The person that you were before is gone, and now it's saying you're becoming a person who includes yourself in your life. You're a person who prioritizes and knows to put yourself as a priority in your life now. So here with that World card reverse, it's saying like, a cycle is ending, but it's ending in a way that you didn't think would happen. If there was something here for some of you, if you thought like, oh, I saw myself with just being with this person or having this opportunity that would give me the happiness and satisfaction that I wanted. But then now if some of you have really learned to push those things away because they cause you stress or they cause a lot of things that mess with your peace. And now you found that satisfaction and happiness within yourself. That's still getting the same result, but in a different way, So here, that's what that World card here, I feel like means for some of you. It's like you're getting what you wanted, just not in the way that you thought that you would. And it's a lot of good things, a lot of self-love, a lot of balance, and learning how to choose yourself and to make yourself a priority, as I said before. Even more so, 8 of Wands here, again, is saying like, this was pointing right at that World card. So it really says to me like, again, just as I said before, using your energy for yourself, using your energy to make yourself a priority, using it to get what you want out of life, to get the ambitions and goals that you want, etc. A lot of that is in terms of self-development, using your wisdom and knowledge to choose yourself, to know when you need to heal, when you need to push away opportunities or people, when you need to make yourself a priority first. Self-care, obviously, that's pretty much what that comes down to. Right underneath the Knight of Cups, we got the Knight of Pentacles. Again, even more so, it's like you're choosing to work on, as this Knight does, he doesn't go on an adventure. He chooses to work on his home life. He chooses to work on the land that he grew up in. So really, it's the same saying for, really the same for you. You're choosing to, even if you are literally trying to get your home life together and organized for the new year, you know, in January or something, or you're trying to clean up your act, or trying to get better behaviors, trying to, be healthier. It doesn't matter, you know, but it's really, you're trying to really change your situation and to make it into something that you want for yourself. And again, choosing that goal, putting that time, effort, and energy into yourself, into your surroundings, into your sanctuary, wherever it is that you consider peace, and to maintain and also have abundance of peace in your life. So really, I see a lot of things, especially when I see your zodiac's tarot card come up, you know, Gemini. It's just saying, like, you know, you are in a power moment right now. So let's pull out 3 cards for clarification. Whoop, you wanted to jump out. Heard. Oh, yeah. Okay. Justice. Love that. Major Arcana. We got another card jumping out. Someone said to me, it's like, why don't you, like, shuffle, like, during your videos? I'm like, this is why. Because I drop cards and my hands hate me. Okay. So what else we got? Hanged Man. Okay. Even more Major Arcana for you. Love to see this. Okay. So here, first of all, Justice. This card is saying, you know, like there are things from the past that you've learned from, you know, and you've learned from them with grace. You know, there's something here talking about karma in terms of long-term stuff from the past, whether it be 6 months to or over. You know, it's saying, like, you made decisions. There were consequences for every decision you made, whether they be good or bad, you know, but you took accountability for them. And by doing so, you learned the lessons that you needed to learn, that the universe wanted to teach you. This lands right next to your Lover's card, right next to you, you know. So this is saying, by doing that process, by being accountable and fair and being responsible and being just doing things correctly, you know, doing things right. By doing so, you've been able to put your path in a way and put yourself in a frequency where you're able to come to this moment of power and being able to love yourself, put yourself as a priority, where things make sense, you know, big intuitions from the past, talking about that Justice card, you know, and all that stuff, where your karma, if you believe in karma, your karma is in correct balance right now. We also got the 3 of Pentacles right here. I see this even more so, usually talks about collaboration and stuff like that, but really, I really feel like, as I said before, with that Knight of Pentacles in reversed, I really think it's talking about, you know, just you finding your peace. You know, they work in a cathedral, all these people, you know, there's an architect, there's a priest, there's a stonemason, all this stuff. But, you know, I really feel like this is a time for you more than anything. Like, I feel like there isn't really time for collaboration for some of you. I think it's really just you trying to, as I said, create your sanctuary. This is a church. This is a peaceful spot. So I think you might be doing the same, whether that be internally, as in, you know, your home, your body, you're trying to find peace and make peace, or literally just your house or your living situation, whenever it is. You know, I think there is a big emphasis here on just trying to create peace, harmony, serenity in your surroundings and for yourself. We also got the Hanged Man. So this is exactly in the same line as that World card reversed. You know, it's saying, you know, this person had to see the world from a different perspective to gain enlightenment. And what did I say about the World card? Is like, you got what for some of you may have been wanting for a while, just not in the way that you wanted, from a different perspective. So really, this is telling me the same exact thing, you know, where really, you know, everything, all these intuitions, all these enlightenments and stuff like that, any type of goal that you wanted to attain from this long-term process of the world, it's like you are getting it, but just from a different point of view, a different perspective. Let's pull out a few more cards and let's see what else they got to say for clarity. Introspection, yeah. Choosing yourself. Truly, choosing yourself. Trust, yep. Perseverance, okay. So really, I think for some of you, introspection, you know, this comes in the same row where with that Ace of Pentacles reversed, you know, I think some of you, there's a greater knowing, you know, from from you understanding yourself, if you had times of self-reflection or introspection to really understand what your motives are, what your desires and intentions are in life, where you've, as I said, put yourself as a priority. That comes from understanding what you need and putting yourself first, because you understand that you're in the driver's seat, that you're the one who controls your life, you're the one who is the master of your life. And by understanding that, you're able to choose and create the reality that you want. And that also means denying certain opportunities, whether they be business, whether they be love, whether they be, doesn't matter. You just understand, like, I need this for me, and if it's not something that is in alignment with what I want or in alignment with my peace, then it's not for me. Trust. I think here, really, I think you've come to a point where you know how to trust yourself, trust your instincts, intuition. As I said, for some of you, this is a power moment. This is a time where you are really in your skin and you just know exactly who you are and what you want at this moment. And I think here is a time where you can truly trust in what you want and any type of decision that you need to make going forward. Finally, perseverance. I think here, just as they have here, you see all these lines in perseverance, you see all these lines in the Ten of Swords right here. This transformation process, any transformation process could be painful. Any type of ending of cycle process could be painful, So for some of you, even if you are going through this letting go process of an old self, and if there are still things that still may hurt or that you still hold on to, persevere through them. Understand this bigger picture is talking about ending that cycle, ending who that person used to be, so that you can have room and move forward into the next big phase of your life. There's so many major arcana here talking about big life lessons and also big milestones, so that you can move on to the next chapter, the next big learning, the next big evolution for some of you. Let's pull out 2 more cards. Interesting. Chop the wood. I get that one a lot. Yep. Okay. So let's talk about this one. Chop the wood. First of all, this one right above your Lover's card, it's just saying, where this one, I always feel this. It's saying chop the wood is like, do the work that's needed. Do the boring work, do the work that seems monotonous, but you're literally, for some people who've ever lived in the woods, you chop wood all the time because you use it a lot, and especially when winter is coming, you do it, and you do it because there's a greater long-term need for some of you that maybe in the past have known, that I need to do this because there's something, down the line where I will need this. I will need these skills. I will need this understanding about myself. I will need this idea of putting myself as a priority, So here it's like saying you've put in the disciplined work, to make this happen. Chopping the wood is saying that you are taking care of yourself down the road, especially during difficult times like winter, where you can't chop wood, where wood is scarce, wood is wet, wood is unusable. So now it's like you've done a lot of disciplined work to give you long-term satisfaction, long-term care, self-care, self-love. Finally, let your light shine. As I said, for some of you, this is a power moment. This is a time where you are really comfortable in your skin, and that you could be very, very just like attractive, magnetic, powerful, whatever you want to call it. But just let your light shine. I see this as like a new day, new love also for yourself, where there is something available for you, where you can harness this energy to manifest and make things happen on a very pure level and a pure understanding of what it is that you truly want in your life. So that's kind of what I could see for some of you Geminis out there for mid-January. Powerful reading, big transformations for some of you, where you're really coming into your own. You're understanding who you are as an individual, learning big things from the past to make sure you are taken care of in your present and your future. So that's kind of what I see. If this reading did resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave me a comment if you like. I love reading comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I would love to keep in touch for future readings. So that's all I got for you right now. I have more coming soon, but until then, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Goodbye.